All right. So, welcome to the session. Hi, Sonali. How are you? All right. So, today we are going to talk about biology, zoology, and ecology RC passages. But before we begin this discussion, it's important to know what exactly is biology. Okay, what is zoology? So, tell me, yes, one by one, what is biology? Your understanding. Good noon, Shri. Okay, so waiting for your response. You know this, come on. Absolutely. Bio means life, logy means study. So the study of living organisms is biology. Okay. How about zoology? So this is pronounced as zoology, not zoology. What does zoology mean? Absolutely. The study of, see, so the study of plants, living organisms include plants also, right? That is called botany. And the study of animals, the study of birds also comes here itself. This is called zoology, right? Okay, but there is a specific term for the study of birds, right? It's not that these don't have sub branches in them, right? So, what is that term? Who will tell me? There's a specific term for the study of birds. It is called ornithology. Ornithology. Okay, all right. So, botany, zoology, ornithology, right? They're a part of biology. Now, the question is, what is ecology? What is ecology? Yes. Hmm. Eco, you understand. Logy, you understand. Let's say oncology is the treatment, the study of cancer. Oncology departments are there in various hospitals. Good, Sonali. So, there's a difference between ecology and environmental studies or environmental science, right? Ecology is concerned with how various organisms interact with their environment. So, the focus is still on living organisms, how organisms interact with their environment, the environment around organisms. Right, that is ecology. On the other hand, when we talk about the environment, we are concerned with all the chemical processes also that happen in the environment. So we don't just look at it in relation to the life that is present in the environment, right? The various chemical, physical processes, we also talk about them. So that's the difference between ecology and environmental sciences. Okay, so now that we are clear with these terms, we can proceed to our first passage. This first passage actually combines elements. See, if you look here, it's about snails, right? Then it's about some quality of snails. Then there is some genetic research also that has happened in here. You have terms such as genes, DNA. So it has everything. It has biology, it has ecology, it also has zoology, right? So as I said, your passages, they need not just confine themselves to one very specific narrow discipline. Okay, and anyway, all these are interrelated: ecology, zoology, biology. So let's read this. Start reading. Once you finish this, let me know. What is the meaning of endemic? Done? Perfect. Good. Done this one also? Perfect. So en masse means in a group, all together. Okay. Nishant says done. Excellent. I was just waiting for that. Yes. Done the last one too? Perfect, perfect. So yes, snails are eaten even today. Okay. So hope this is clear to you. Easy passage, not very difficult words, right? Interesting too. Talks about a study and its conclusion, a research, a sort of investigation into a question and its conclusion, right? So, the first question is very simple. Tell me. Okay, got my first response. Others? Quick, quick. Okay. Others? All right. Just four responses. Yes. What about others? This is the first question of the day. All right. Perfect. A is the answer. Excellent. The passage has denied this. Okay. What is this? This is convergent evolution. What does it mean? The coincidental, accidental in a way. Okay, it's a coincidence that they have similar traits. No, the entire passage is trying to point to the fact that no, it's not an accident that they have similar traits. They actually went from one place to the other. So, this does not support the explanation of sea travel or trade. This rather says no, there was no travel or trade. They were born at different places. It was just a coincidence that they evolved similar traits. So, A is our answer. Correct. Absence of genetic variation, it in fact shows, see, had they not traveled all together, had they gradually spread from one place to the other, then this process takes time. Our passage tells us that this process takes time, it takes thousands of years, and in this thousand of years they must have varied some of their genes must have varied, evolution must have happened, right? But that is not the case. So that means that they were traveled all together. It's not that they gradually spread. So this is not supporting sea travel or trade. Um, sorry, this is supporting the absence of genetic variation is supporting sea travel or trade. अगर genetic variation नहीं है, that means एक साथ move करा था, ठीक है? So A is our answer. All right. Okay. I've got a lot of A's here. See, let's, in case you're confused between two options, in case you're not sure, it always makes sense to go back and check. Okay, so when have several hypotheses and evidences been given, right? So, see here. So researchers, they sampled DNA, right? Explaining this is tricky, but then what do? They try to do some experiments there, right? So, uh, however, researchers sampled, they went for DNA analysis. That also eliminates this possibility. What is that possibility? That convergent evolution happened. So that means it's not coincidental. Okay. Then look at this paragraph. This actually answers that question, right? So we say that, okay, our DNA analysis did not find them. Moreover, they also did not gradually spread because uh, genetic variation is absent, right? This means that they were moved en masse, right? So let's see what you answer based on this. Okay, C, B, all right. Okay, so I think there seems to be some confusion about this one. Um, why they were wiped out? No, they deny this happening. They say it wasn't the case that they were present everywhere, but then they were wiped out from all the places except these two. They say they were probably not present in the other places. Okay, these two particular types of snails, they were probably not present at any other place. It's not that they were present everywhere. Because if this were the case, no, that they were present at other places also, तो कुछ तो मिलते ना of the same gene types, right? At least some of them with the same gene type would have been found, but they were not found. The passage clearly tells us that. So A is incorrect. Now B, how they evolved independently? Not at all. The passage is denying this, that they did not evolve independently. Rather, one was transferred from the other. So this is false. Okay, this is also false. The passage denies this. It's between C and D. This says they migrated. See, birds, animals migrating means that, okay, they go from one place to the other because of a change in seasons. That is migration, right? They didn't go themselves. They were taken on boats. So we're trying to arrive at this explanation that why are they found only these white-lipped variety? Why is it found only in Ireland and Pyrenees? Okay, so our answer is C. Hope this is clear. Good, Shri. All right. Okay. What do you say, others? All right. Excellent. So I think um, if you've understood question two, then you understand question three as well, isn't it? So uh, the fact that there was no convergent evolution, coincidental, when let's say two organisms have coincidentally evolved one similar trait, that of being having white lips, that does not mean that their other genes are also going to be similar, right? There will be some genetic differences still. But here, what was the case? That there was a complete absence of genetic variation, right? So if there is no genetic variation, that means ये coincidentally एक similar trait evolve नहीं हुआ है, ये है ही similar, right? So our answer is A here. Hope this makes sense. Any other answer? Any other option that you're confused with? Okay, we are not concerned with other parts of the Europe, especially Britain. This is not something that has been stated. The absence of genetic similarities between the white-lipped grove snails of Ireland and snails from the other parts of Europe, especially Britain. Too much additional information here, right? Okay. So this was our first passage. Now our second passage is even more interesting. Okay, I personally really like this passage. Okay, and it is from Eon, but it's again pretty simple. The author really draws an analogy, makes you visualize things so that it becomes very easy to understand it. So read it, and once you're done with the first paragraph, let me know. What does this mean? Okay. Consternation, to their disappointment, to their discomfort, right? They were not really expecting this. Done? Good. Others, you should have completed this by now. Okay. Done this one too? Done. Perfect. Hanji, done. This one. Perfect. Perfect. So interesting passage, yes. And let's see what you say here. Okay. What else? Okay. Looking for more responses, then only I'll reveal the answer. Hmm. Tell me, tell me. I have all the time in the world, I can wait for your responses. Okay, seems like you're also stubborn. Right. Tell me something. What is the argument of the author here? Is it that it's only the genetic traits the that can be inherited? Is that what the author is trying to say? Right. Or other traits such as, let's say, acquired ones, right? That we call acquired traits. These other traits called acquired from our society, from our culture, right? Based on developmental factors termed as epigenetic factors, they can also be inherited. They can also be inherited. So, what is the author's argument? The author's argument is that the traditional wisdom is this. This is the traditional wisdom that you inherit genetic traits from your parents. Okay. Whereas anything that your parents have learned after being born, let's say from their society, from their culture, okay, these epigenetic factors you do not inherit. These acquired traits, acquired characteristics, as we call them in biology, you do not inherit. This is the traditional wisdom. The author refutes this traditional wisdom. The author refutes this. So that means the author thinks that this is also possible, and the author, in fact, shows us, the author talks about various studies that have shown this. Now, if you see here, C says that Darwin's and Mendel's theories talked about this, that only genetic traits are the ones that are inherited. See, this is there in the passage. Modern evolutionary biology dates back to a synthesis that emerged around the 1940s to 60s, which married Charles Darwin's mechanism of natural selection with Gregor Mendel's discoveries of how genes are inherited. So, natural selection, evolution, how genes are inherited. And the traditional view is that adaptations from the human brain to the peacock's tail are fully and satisfactorily explained by natural selection, okay, by our genetic inheritance. So this is the traditional wisdom. Author is not saying this that they best explain. The author is saying no, they cannot fully explain. Okay, so the author's argument is that they cannot fully explain. Darwin's theory of natural selection cannot fully explain evolution. Okay, B is eliminated. Sorry, C is eliminated, then it is unfairly underestimated? No, the author is not saying that at all. Rather, the author is saying that this is their traditional view, it is the dominant view, it is accepted. So, this is going against the passage. Okay, let's look at it is scientifically, Wilson's theory is scientifically superior to either. First of all, Wilson ka koi theory is not mentioned. Only Wilson, the metaphor given by Wilson in his book on human nature, that has been talked about. Moreover, Wilson also says this, that culture is held on a genetic leash, right? The author then revises that metaphor, that it's not just culture, there are a number of other factors too. So nowhere does the author says that this is superior, scientifically superior to either Darwin's or Mendel's. No comparisons as such. A is our answer here. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you. All right. Good, Adi. Okay. Yes. A very easy question, isn't it? So, this was given right in the first paragraph. Even the exact term is mentioned in the first paragraph. So, in the exam, if you're confused between, let's say, A and D, just giving an example, you can always go back. The exact term is mentioned in para 1. Okay, let me take you back and show you. Yep, here. Right, so they showed an inheritance of acquired characteristics. All right. So direct question that everyone should get right in the exam. Okay, it's okay to get it wrong here so that you learn from your mistakes. Yeah, just a second, just a second. Ek minute. So there seems to be some confusion. Okay, okay. So the traditional wisdom is that it is impossible. Traditionally, we believe that whatever we learn later in our lives and are not born with cannot be passed on to our future generations, right, to our offspring. That's the traditional wisdom. But the mice in Emory University showed the opposite. They showed that even though they had learned to fear almonds after they were born, okay, but their children also, they were born with this fear of almonds, the smell of almonds, right? So, this shows that the traditional wisdom is wrong, right? So I understand that impossible was written there, but the whole point of the experiment was to initiate this discussion that the traditional wisdom may be wrong. After all, our acquired characteristics are all can also be inherited by our offspring. Okay, all right. Okay. So we've got three C's. Okay, others. So few responses. That's why I find that students are particularly lazy when it comes to RC passages. Why? And that forms two-thirds of your exam, right? Two-thirds of your VRC section in CAT. If you're so lazy here, how will you attempt four RC passages all together in 40 minutes? In fact, in 30 minutes there. So you're right. Those who have answered, you're absolutely right. C is going to weaken. It's going to negate. Negate means to, weaken something, attack something. That's the meaning. So the main message is that okay, it's not just genes. Other factors also matter. So if I show the sole influence of natural selection of genetic factors, okay, and genetic inheritance on evolution, then of course the whole message stands negated. So absolutely correct. C is the answer here. All right. So these were the two passages from my end. You will find a number of such passages in your previous year papers, in your mocks, okay, in your sectionals. So keep practicing them and read such articles. For instance, this is an article from Eon, right? So you do find such articles there. You'll find such articles in Smithsonian also. You'll find such articles in Scientific American also. So whatever you're able to get hold of, please do read. Okay. All right. Now, in case you're interested in knowing how we teach, what we teach, right, you can unlock a 3-day free trial and you'll see our sessions also there, sessions of our enrolled students also there, right? So you can see that. Also, yes, these are our CAT 22 toppers. Now, for 2023. This is our batch. These are the details. The link is in the description box if you want to uh, find it, find more about it. And this, I think, okay, this is an old one. Sorry, a new. There's another scholarship test happening. I'll just tell you the date. Okay. Meanwhile, in case you want to know how to get into your dream B school, what should your strategy be? What should you do now that we have limited time? Then you should attend this workshop, okay, at 7 p.m. on the 20th. This is an ongoing series, you know about it, 500 most expected CAT questions. So keep attending this. It will help you improve. Some students were telling me the other day that critical reasoning is a problem for them. So especially for you guys, keep attending this, okay? All right. And these are our various social media handles, our platforms where you can join us. We keep conducting sessions on the app also, so you can join us there as well. All right. This is it from my side for today. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.